Welcome, Pisces. Welcome to the Mystic Crystal Tarot Reading channel. This is my February reading for Pisces people. This video is relevant anytime that you happen to read it. The universe will bring it to you when the message is relevant, or if it's not relevant, you might want to check the readings by any reader for your moon and rising sign. And as there are so many of you out there, thousands of you who are Pisces, this may not resonate with you at all. But for those of you who it does resonate for, I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel. And I don't do reversals, and I'm using the Ethereal Tarot deck, which is a very lovely embossed tarot deck with very difficult to read writing. It's very tiny, so if you see me peering at it, it's because the writing is very small. So away we go for Pisces reading, and we start off with the past, and we start off with the Hanged Man, and then we get the Nine of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So here we have your past, Pisces. The Hanged Man, it sounds awful, but it just means looking at the world from a different point of view, because when you're upside down, hanging by your feet, everything looks upside down. Everything's different. It's a different point of view. So in your past, there was a point where you changed your point of view of the world, and you looked at everything from a different angle. And it's a major change in your past. I mean, you thought the world was one way, and then you changed your point of view and you saw everything differently. So this could be many things. I mean, you could be somebody who politically walked away from one party and joined another party, a radical change. You could be somebody who had one religious view of the world, like maybe very traditional, and then you changed your point of view to something very untraditional, like Wicca or something like that. You went from Christianity to Wicca, or you did some drastic change in your point of view about people around you. And sometimes it can mean being stuck too. You're looking at things from a different angle, but you're kind of stuck where you were in the past. You were stuck, maybe stuck in a job, stuck in a relationship, stuck. And then we move to the Nine of Wands, which is often referred to as the wounded warrior. You see, he's got a bandage around his head and he's holding a staff to beat people off with. And this represents somebody who's been through a lot of trauma, someone who had maybe a painful childhood with parents who were absent or didn't love them, who inflicted a lot of harm, and they have wounds from childhood that carried over into adulthood and led to unhappy relationships that followed a model based on the relationship of their parents. And so this person has had a lot of battles, a lot of trauma, a lot of wounds, a lot of pain. And because of that, they've put up a wall of wands. This is someone walls off, someone who is a bit mistrustful and who doesn't enter into relationships very warmly, who hides their feelings from others so that they won't get hurt again. But it's not a solid wall of bricks, it's a wall of wands with spaces between it. So you're building that wall, and people can get through quite easily. It's not that difficult to reach you. And so this is, again, in a past position. In the past, you were suspicious, you didn't let your guard down, you were not easy to befriend, you didn't make friends easily, you didn't get into relationships easily. Relationships tended to go badly, just like your bad relationship to your parents. So that is the significance of the Nine of Wands in the past position. But then we come to the Wheel of Fortune, which is, generally speaking, a very positive card. It means the bad karma of the past is over. A bad cycle of things generally going badly has ended. All that pain and trauma of your childhood and your adulthood and the bad relationships, the bad jobs, everything, we're coming to a higher turn of the wheel, a better cycle of happier outcomes beginning. And maybe this is because this is happening on a worldwide level, or maybe it's just you and your personal karma, but things look as if they are improving. So what do we have in the present? We've got the Nine of Cups. Here we are. This is an innkeeper surrounded by cups. And he's making a pretty good business at his inn. And then we have Death, which always alarms people, but it's not that alarming. And then we have the Ten of Wands, a man carrying a lot of sticks. So the present, the Nine of Cups denotes a happy time of reunion with old friends and going out and having fun together, like maybe going and playing pool or having a meal with a lot of people in a restaurant and talking about the past and laughing. It's an expansive time of getting along with a lot of friends from the past and being happy. But then, right in the middle of the present line, we have Death, which means change. Things are changing. So this could be for the better. It's about birth, death, and rebirth. A cycle ending, a new one beginning. But then we have the Ten of Wands. And this, again, is the end of a burdensome cycle. Maybe despite the fact that you go drinking with friends and playing pool and having meals and coffee together and talking about the past, the other part of your life is carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders, like being responsible for a family, paying to support your wife and child or children. So it's burdensome, but it's coming to an end one way or another. And that's your present. You're feeling very burdened, very tired. You're carrying a lot of weight, and you're not very happy about that. And now in the future, we have the Chariot and Victory. The Victory is the Six of Wands. And then, we end with the Five of Wands. Surprising, but in context, it may make sense. The Chariot is about controlling the opposing forces within yourself. So if you have negative thoughts, replacing them with positive thoughts. getting control of these two wild horses that are dragging you forward. You can see the chariot is pulled by a black horse and a white horse, which represents opposing forces. And maybe one horse wants to go one way and the other horse wants to go the other way. And you are in control of these horses. So you have to make them align and go in the same direction. But it's also a card of moving forward. I mean, if the horses are going in opposite directions, you're not moving. So someone has to control these forces within you, bring them together, and then you can move forward. So this, in the near future, after this burdensome time of maybe complaining to yourself about how hard life is, when that comes to an end, you take control of your negative impulses and feelings, and you enhance your positive feelings and your understanding of spiritual law and how the universe works. And so you begin to move forward. And what you move forward to is victory. The card of Six of Wands is a card of being in the public eye and everybody seeing your success. It's not a long-lived success. It's a triumphal walk through a town on horseback with banners and the people cheering you. But then it's over, but you are victorious, and you're victorious, I guess, over yourself. And you manage to win the battle going on inside you, not the battle outside in the external world, but you are victorious. And then this card maybe shouldn't be the last one. Maybe it comes at the beginning here, because this is a card of not getting along with your peers. This is a card of fighting with co-workers, family, friends, disagreements, just general not getting along. But most often it's about jealousies with people at work. So you're doing so well at work. Maybe the victory card is how well you're viewed by others at work, that it makes everybody try to take you down. You're so successful, you're so bright, you're so good at your job. Everyone at work is trying to cut you down. But you're victorious. It's not working because you've got your negativity in balance and you've reined it in, and your internal powers are moving you forward despite this group of argumentative, jealous co-workers. So let's just get a little bit of clarity. This is all in your future. Maybe right now everything looks good at work. Although you're burdened, although you're working really hard to support other people, maybe you have a wife, or you have a partner, or somebody that you're supporting. Maybe you're a single mother and you have all these burdens that you're working to support and you feel overwhelmed. But in the future, then you have a job where everyone's jealous of you. Oh dear. So let's get some clarification on the future, please. Let's have some clarification on the future. Well, it is something totally different. Well, this is absolutely different. So here you were working on yourself after a burdensome time. You're overwhelmed with everything you have to do. You're working on yourself. There's these jealous people at work who are trying to make your life miserable, but you're victorious. You win, and everybody sees how good you are. And then here comes the Knight of Cups with a cup of love. So someone is coming towards you with love. And so they're wanting to start a relationship. I mean, this is a card of someone wanting to start a relationship. And that might be you. It might be your person, whoever your person may be. But here is your person. Your person is somebody extremely attractive and desirable. You find this person just very, very attractive. And you want to be in a relationship with this person. So you may be coming forwards with your cup of love to this very attractive person. Now that you've won your victory, you feel free from all your burdens because you're victorious. Your burdens are down here, but you're up here victorious. And then here we have the King of Wands. So here we have a couple. So it means you approach with your love and the two of you become a couple. And I think that's a good enough ending, though a bit of a surprise because the reading wasn't romantic. It was about the end of a cycle of hardship and being closed off and overburdened with worries and responsibilities, having a good time with other people, but then it all changes and you're overburdened. And then you start working on yourself and you become victorious. So that's all of that. It's all about you working on yourself and your cycle changing. And then suddenly, at the very end, you feel ready. You've overcome the baggage you had and you move forward with your cup of love, or somebody moves towards you with their cup of love and they see you as the desirable prize and you get together. You are a perfect match. He's the king and you're the queen, or the other way around. Whichever. You're the perfect couple. So that ends the reading for you, Pisces. I hope that resonated with you. I hope it makes some sense. If it does resonate with you, please leave a comment in the comment section of a positive nature, explaining to everybody that, yes, you did make some sense of this. Maybe you can give a more detailed description of these vague scenarios. If you like this video, click the like. And if you would like to see more, subscribe. And I hope I see you again in the future, Pisces. This was your Pisces reading for February or whenever you happen to view it.